Welcome back
A
to
new challenge for me.
Warhammer Rogue Trader. Last time we entered the Cenobium and we found the guy who ruled over here, like the main master guy. We talked to him and now he's off to Neverland with Omnissiah. And we're making it through all the traps trying to find out, I'm gonna guess, a code for the thing so we can get past the force field. The bodies of careless cultists have been thoroughly fried by an arc of the motive force. Thankfully we can survive it because we got 50% less damage against that thing. Damn. A crowd of cultists have surrounded a tech priest crucified upon a mechanism. A rhythmic whisper repeated by 100 voices blend into blasphemous enchantment. Powerful discharges of the motive force run through the machine, causing the unfortunate prisoner's body to convulse brutally and forcing woeful cries of pain from his lips. In the clenched claws of stagnation, in the shackles of iteration zero, under the iron wing, let the cycle be discontinued. I'm registering a severe violation of the purity protocol. The blessed Amernat has been captured by heretics and is being tortured. Are you sure he's Armanat? Confirmed. I do not observe his face, but I recognize his words. Let the cycle be discontinued is the blessed Armanat's motto. Look around the hall. The heretics have taken up positions everywhere, and many more are doubtlessly hiding in the passages leading out of the hall. For now, they are all focused on the sacrilegious torture of the tech priest and do not notice you. How is he bearing this torture? A devotee of the Omnissiah is capable of withstanding great bodily torment with no loss of functionality. But where flesh reinforced with sacred iron will preserve, the purity of the spirit may perish. I've hypothesized that the heretics have made the blessed Armanat a participant in some variety of sacrilegious ritual. Through sacrilegious torture, they are trying to break his will and turn him into an unholy terminal with which to control the reactor's outer power circuit system. We must save him without risking his life. We can use the blasphemer's clothing as a disguise. Unrecognized, we can sabotage the power units, overloading them, and thus cleansing the Hall of Heretics. The lightning discharges have charred the cultists' corpses. Whiffs of smoke rise from the empty eye sockets, whose contents have evaporated. Their clothes, covered in the blood of innocents, are crudely painted over with emblems of the archenemy, which exude a repulsive air of soul decay. I shudder with disgust at the mere thought of having to touch clothes adorned with unholy symbols, let alone wear it. This is the first step towards falling, a small compromise with evil that will lead to something greater. Is there truly no other way, Rogue Trader? The signs of the archenemy are not just as painted symbols, but conductors of its wills. The words of their prayers, even spoken without faith, their coats of arms, even deceitfully worn. All this increases the presence of the ruinous powers near you, and draws their corrupting attention to you. What is the essence of your plan? Uttering a litany of actuation for the power units from the Lumen Deacon's command throne will direct the motive force created by the blessed reactor into the hall. The distribution servitor is keeping its output within the set parameters, but upon receiving an order to increase its peak values, it will turn this place into an electric trap. The safety system protecting the hall is controlled from the machine altar, which must be disabled. If all these operations are performed, I can guarantee that not a single blasphemer will survive the Omnissiah's wrath that will be unleashed upon this place. You would disgrace yourself by donning these tainted rags? The only unbearable disgrace is that of a duty unfulfilled. The rest is merely spiritual attrition. You do realize this plan sounds like suicide. That statement is true. Then what do you propose? To flee? I have tried to employ this behavioral strategy in the past, and it brought my soul no relief. Iconoclast. If it helps to save a worthy man, I will put on the cultist robes. I pray that the Omnissiah gives the blessed Armanat enough fortitude. 5 minutes later. The heretic's garb clings to your skin like a greedy leech. Tingling and foul fever spread across your body, as though these tatters have imbibed the vile contents of their former wearer's soul. Commit sabotage. I don't have to put it on, right? It's already on? I'm just double checking. Okay, here we go.
It's about time. Doubt is for the weak. We must act. I'm always ready.
1 second. Why is it so zoomed in? There you go. A grim-looking heretic walks up to you, resolutely blocking your path as he studies your disguise with suspicion. You note that his left eye has 2 conjoined irises, while his right has 4. I don't know you. Who are you, and why haven't I met you before? Throw up your hands sheepishly. I'm new. Was sent here to slaughter unbelievers, and I've only just finished. Ah, you're new. That's right. Every newcomer must slit a false believer's throat to prove his loyalty to the edge of daybreak. Did you enjoy it at all? You don't have to answer. I can see you did. Go ahead, brother.
I won't tolerate weakness.
A heavy crown of golden neural augmetics, rests upon the servitor's head. The crown is bent and broken from ruthless gun-butt blows. The pale body is covered in blasphemous inscriptions carved into the withered flesh. I identify this acolyte as a distribution servitor. I'm registering upon it traces of sacrilegious violation of the right of operation. The probability of its responsiveness to commands is below average. Try to do a restart ceremony. For the glory of the Omnissiah, let this machine spirit sleep, that it may waken and serve again. Let the outer neural connection circuit be plunged in darkness. Let the command response hub fall silent. Switches to binaural speech. Suddenly every light in the servitor's crown comes alive. ready to serve. Energize the hull's power unit to maximum. It will be done.
None shall stand in my way.
Nothing here.
Halt! I noticed something.
I'm gonna try to see if I can grab stuff before this happens, because I don't know if he'll destroy everything or not. Command throne is not yet ready to power unit of litany.
Follow my lead!
This explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
Just taking everything. They don't mind. Safety system control altar. Adorned with gilded skulls. Identify this as the safety system control altar. For our diversion to succeed, this blessed machine must be executed, and may its spirit forgive us. Forgive us, we are obliged to interrupt your work. Cause it to overload. Pascal offers a short prayer, then enters command after command to set up the trap for the machine spirit inhabiting the altar. The code born out of the tech priest's tinkering causes the spirit to flutter confusedly in a snare of impossible commands. Heat up the altar's circuit boards and perish forever in the showers of sparks that burst forth from the melting wires. May we be granted the Omnissiah's forgiveness for this act. I am registering a general shutdown of the security system.
Victory awaits!
Now we can set it up. A tech priest's corpse has his throat slit, sits upon a splendid command throne laced with finely wrought motive force paths. A contorted expression of righteous anger is frozen on his face. A black blindfold covers his eyes. This is the Lumen Deacon's command throne. This is where the power unit actuation and shutdown litanies are recited from. The blessed Lumen Deacon himself has the honor of closing the circuit the motive force flows through. I'm gonna sit down the throne and recite the litany. I'm about to be greatly honored or else thoroughly charred, maybe both. As soon as you lay your hands on the command throne's panels, a painful sting of electricity numbs your senses for an instant. Your fingers cramp and your vision grows dim. Forgive us, Omnissiah, for such a gross violation of the right of operation. Repeat the litany after me and activate the command runes. I point to. I took 2 damage. Clinging to the blazing shreds of your fading consciousness, you repeat the words of the litany after Pascal and touch the command runes. as the unabating lightning rips through your muscles and makes your bones crackle. I'm recording a successful activation of the power units. Nice. I mean, I could have took him out, but I don't know if they would have had a chance to kill him or not. Holy crap. Well, we're getting our armor and weapons goods filled out. That worked. Casing chest plate heavy. Ooh. One second, I'm just seeing what it's like if I put it on someone that can actually use it. Also, I have less strength and everything. I have a crippled leg as well. Oh boy.
Doubt is for the weak.
Let me see, I got a crippled leg and broken ribs right now. So my agility is reduced by 20 and my movement is by half. Does anybody else have new ones? Broken ribs and a crippled... yeah. Crippled arm and broken ribs. Broken ribs on Argenta. Crippled arm on Heinrichs. Did everyone get a trauma?
A new challenge for me?
I don't know. In the cycles of the foreordained, there lurks a flaw of worship. Subject unidentified. This is not the blessed Armanat. Stranger, I request your name. How do you know my mentor's motto? Who are you, servant of the Omnissiah? The fire of the hearth sent forth sparks. The name of this spark is Abel Hahnemann. The echo of my call has reached you. Good. The iteration is at its end. The design is fulfilled. What design? Why are you calling yourself by my name? Was it you who summoned me to Rykad Minorus? What for? I categorically demand an answer. What design? An intention both bold and honorable, to open new gates for the waters of knowledge and comprehension. A plan written so that the righteous may follow, and trust in the great pattern of revelation and uniform progression towards it. Those are his words. I have not heard them in so long. You can talk to him once we get him out of here. A cold premonition rakes his heart. The possibilities are dark and frightening. Brother, I do not wish to gaze into them. We are the flame of knowledge that drives the darkness away. Do not fear what is to come, brother. We are already here. I'm going to examine him. There are deep burns all over his flesh, and the skin around his augments is charred. Blasphemous spells have been carved into his sacred iron, forming unholy litanies of scrap code. It is amazing how robust this tech priest's life support systems have proven to be in maintaining the spark of life in his grievously wounded body. Do you know him? The subject has not been identified and has no record in my catalog. Interrogation is impossible due to the subject's evident affective state of clouded consciousness. I'm going to try to take him down. As soon as you touch him, the priest's flesh. As soon as you touch the priest's flesh, he looks at you with sun clarity. Many sparks have gone out, but not all. The electric shepherds are alive. In the darkness I heard their prayer. Find them, save them, recite the hymn of contact circuit restoration, so that you may behold what is hidden. A blast of motive force runs down the tech priest's body, and his face contorts in a mocking grimace. Malformed binary code, repulsively jarring from the ears, pours out of his vox. Information archived to the effect that the circuit restoration hymn in the entrance is the entrance password to the Electro Priest's hiding place. I note with great sorrow that the cultist ritual may have partially successful. My tech brother has been tainted by corruption. He is in the grip of a schismatical and unholy imitation of a machine spirit. I request immediate activation of the Texerism protocol. So what, you're gonna do an exorcism on him? What is a schismatical? An ugly mockery of a noble machine spirit created by the warp. Sometimes a few lines of despicable scrap code or a small clump of the motive force falls under the arch-enemy's influence and degenerates into an abomination of this sort, one whose very existence is an insult to the Omnissiah's wisdom. I shall help save him. The possessed man responds with a burst of repulsive laughter. Every now and then you get a word or two of Gothic finds its way into the binary obscenities pouring out of his box. In what seems to be the schismatical's tentative forays into a language that is alien to you. His body convulses, his joints twist at unnatural angles. As the man thrashes about, his internal augments emerge gradually through the hanging tires of his flesh, as though an iron homunculus inside the tech priest were trying to cast off the meat cocoon. Result failure. Requesting assistance. Send a charge of motive force into the possessed man's body. Recite a prayer. I'm gonna do this. Yeah, either 100. So I'll do tech use. Send a purifying charge of the motive force into the possessed man's body. May the machine god heal you. Undaunted, you grab one of the severed cables and press it to the tech priest's body, and a shock of formidable power shakes the possessed man. Machine oil gushes out of his mouth. His vox hisses deafeningly as the flow of the motive force burns the corruption in his sacred iron. The overload destroys some of the circuit boards of his neural augmentic, resets his code, and erases the schismatical from existence. His eyes roll up, and he loses consciousness, crushed yet still alive, and no longer in the thrall of corruption. With care, Pascal takes his body down from the mechanism and lays it on the floor. His stirring litanies of gratitude to the Omnissiah echo through the hall. Rest, tech brother. We'll come back for you when we have done our duty to the miraculous fusion reactor. Lord Captain, the Omnissiah commands a pious mind to strive towards uncovering the truth. Therefore, I will not stop until I find my mentor and understand his connection to the servant of the machine gun. God, I request the privilege of joining your retinue as a rightful companion. I can offer to fulfill the duties of an engine seer ownership in exchange for the right to follow you and conduct my own investigation.
None shall stand in my way.
I saved him. That could only be good, right?
Darkness lurks beyond the bright flashes. No, two darknesses. One streaked with red, with clanking shackles and false preaching. The other, a bilious yellow, the tang of roiling blood and screams of pain.
Okay. Let us sing this canticle to... None of these were before. The Omnissiah. Verse 2 calls to you. Let us fill our souls with gratitude towards... I'm probably not going to get any of this right. The splendid resistors that conceal within them the rite of transfiguration. May the unity of the sacred charges power the immortal reason that hath created the spark. Only one who has learned the path of our cenobium is worthy of its gift. Walk the path of enlightenment, absorb their age-old wisdom, and sing with me again.
I won't tolerate weakness.
I need to remember what 1, 2, and 3 is, I guess. I can't talk to you because you're dead, I guess.
Follow my lead.
An expected result.
Standing out among them is the triumph of reason over all other facets of human nature.
Nothing's impossible for this old officer.
Probably not going to say anywhere in here either.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
The first one. Omnissiah. Motion of the current. I don't know. Should I look it
It's
up?
about
I don't
time.
know. Accepts the contact. Oh. Hello. Dar Impulse the 6th. Okay. A shortish, muscular man wearing the scarlet colors of the priesthood of Mars steps into your path. The wrinkles on his cheeks and forehead point to his propensity for frequent outbursts of fierce anger. but right now he is showing no signs of aggression. May the charge of the Omnissiah's mercy persist in the hands of the faithful. May the motive force persist in their batteries. I'll do this. I declare this monastery to be under my protection. The motive force brought you here at the right time, pilgrim. The hallowed electrodynamic cenobium receives you, pilgrim. I am Dar Impulse the Sixth, a servant of the motive force and the praetor electroid of this sacred monastery. The rank of praetor electroid is a sign of high standing within the electro-priest fraternity. To have been granted an audience is an honor, a great honor. You have the honor of hosting the rogue trader of House von Valancius. I urge you to follow proper etiquette when interacting with the eminent bearer of the sacred warrant. Abelard, get out of here, bro. Within these walls, worldly tithes are nothing before the motive force. Your deeds, however, speak far louder than titles, for your path here is sprayed with the blood of desecrators. Dar Impulse the Sixth, it was you, was it not, that Logus Abel came seeking an interpretation of his data trance? Yes, Tech Brother Abel arrived here to engage in a magnetic meditation that would help clarify his visions. Unfortunately, the heretic's machinations prevented us from completing the ritual. The esteemed Logus volunteered his help in defending the monastery, but contact with him was soon lost afterward. Tell me more about him. We did not speak much to each other. He preferred to devote his time to solitary reflections in his chapel. The Omnissiah has given Tech Brother Abel a gift of great insight, which allows him to discern each individual facet of its existence rather than the overall view. This makes his logic different from that of other people. His mind has always been able to combine facts and conclusions into harmonious wholes that were nothing short of beautiful. Many among my flock found his sermons poetic. What kind of visions was he receiving? The Omnissiah's revelation was encrypted with great meticulousness, which indicates its great importance. Grasping it fully is beyond my ability, but a single touch was enough for me to realize the enormity of the secret concealed within, or more exactly, the secret design, which was how Tech Brother Abel referred to it. His mind had discerned in the world around him traces of some grand silence that he wished to comprehend. I have rescued him from the insurgents. I hope the Omnissiah preserves Tech Brother Abel's life, that he may continue to comprehend the mysteries he has tapped into. Why are you calling me pilgrim? Only those lay people who desire to experience the motive force are allowed to cross this monastery's threshold. All others are profaners and criminals. You do not belong to the fraternity of the electro-priests, but your intentions are good. If you were not seeking the Omnissiah's wisdom, then it was the motive force itself that brought you here to find it. I have a few questions about the place and the people in it. Truth is like light, and blocking its path is criminal. Who are you? The hard-working servants and dwellers of this cenobium, electro-priests of the Adeptus Mechanicus. The Corpus Cari did us a great honor by entrusting into our care the sacred relic around which the hallowed electrodynamic cenobium was built. What precisely do you believe in? We have devoted ourselves to the worship of the aspect of the machine gun which is known as the motive force. It is the blessed divine spark that creates impetus in the universe. The Omnissiah, in his mercy, gave the world the gift of the motive force, and we follow its impulses in order to increase it, bring it to the lay people, and protect it from unholy hands. The relic that the monastery protects provides the entire planet of Rykad Minoris with the blessed motive force, and we, unworthy though we are glad to serve the ancient machine that dwells in this place. Tell me more about your relic. It would be pointless to describe the miraculous fusion reactor. Only through beholding its ferocious power can one comprehend its blessed essence. This and fear the might of the Omnissiah. Its core was found 4,000 years ago and delivered to Rykad Minoris by the holy warrior of faith Locke Impulse I during one of his campaigns. Its sacred spark has not gone out for an instant, and the walls and power units of this cenobium have been erected around the relic in order to protect it from ignorant lay people, as well as to protect it from formidable might, or protect them from its formidable might. Pascal keeps a solemn silence, but quick clicking of his claws betray his excitement at being so close to the sacred archaeotech. You're not like other members of the Adeptus Mechanicus I have met. Our faith imposes a duty of obedience on us. Every electro-priest is given numerous electus that combine in a blessed Voltageist circuit, allowing feeble flesh to withstand the might of the motive force. That is why our skin glows with its lights, and our eyes boil and melt when we are ordained. The Omnissiah's tears is what we call this phenomenon, this dying away of unworthy flesh. As we shun the layperson's primitive means of looking at the world, we gain the ability to sense the motive force around us with our entire body. Okay. What happened here, and how did you manage to survive? When the heretics descended in droves upon the cenobium, we gave battle, but the unholy foes buried the Omnissiah's warriors under a mass of their bodies, thus extinguishing the defenders' sparks of purity. It was then I ordered my few surviving brethren to retreat into the monasteries' secret chambers. Upon taking refuge there, we began to destroy the blasphemous intruders in surreptitious ways. Alas, as fiery as my brethren's anger was, I had no right to permit them to die in honest combat, for the task of taking back our abode still lay ahead of us. I must commend the skill with which your secret chambers are concealed. Your choice of tactics was wise as well. There was no point in losing more lives than the massacre that the cultists wrought. The leader of the heretics fought her way into the ark wherein dwells the miraculous fusion reactor. She is trying to desecrate the rite of operation with her unholy litanies, so that the relic may be corrupted and the world of Rykad Minoris may perish in a fount of fire. But my brethren, in their magnetic meditation, are hampering her efforts by chanting access request prayers in unison, thereby suppressing the commands that the blasphemers enter. This holy place will be protected against sacrilegious practices, I swear it. In the monastery, I was attacked by people who looked like electro-priests. That is a lamentable mistake. We knew of no help that was on its way, and were not expecting to encounter any allies in the monastery's chambers. But I see that you are alive, and I mourn the senseless deaths of my brethren. I wonder if you would have so touchingly mourned the Lord Captain's death, or if such sentiments would have only awoken by the sound of our void ships delivering a punitive strike from orbit. My enforcers and the governor's guards can help you reclaim the monastery. I cannot allow this. Lay people are forbidden from visiting the monastery, and only a select few are allowed to behold the Ark and the relic within. You and your retinue are pilgrims of a special status bestowed by the Emperor. However, should any soldier unblessed by the Omnissiah cross this monastery's threshold, I will deem them a heretic and have them put to death. Confirmed, the presence of lay people on monastery grounds without the Praetor Electroid's blessing will be regarded as a sacrilegious violation of the holy rite of operation. Sure, better to die protecting their lumens and coils than to accept help from the unworthies, and we're left to deal with the mess as usual. You made the right decision when you chose to avoid combat and save yourselves. Thank you, Pilgrim. It was not easy watching unholy intruders stampede through the chambers of my temple. We all envied our brethren who had fallen before the sacrilege began. I wish to get to the reactor. The Ark is hidden from Pilgrim's eyes, but considering the extraordinary circumstances of your visit to the monastery, I grant you that right. The hall that leads to the High Reliquary has been barred by the enemy, but I will open a secret path for you. Enter the Ark and experience the motive force, Pilgrim. We will pray to the security systems that they may refrain from punishing you for the intrusion. I must press on.
Victory awaits.
Into the bowels we go. Oh. There's Aurora. The face of the woman who stands before you is hidden behind a barred mask. How predictable your path is, how static. All the possible depths you have skirted, only to perish here, in the fiery tempest that will mark the final dawn. You have arrived just in time, little cog. The schismaticals use your regalia like a mask to subdue the reactor. A cog, I cannot comprehend why apostates try to insult me by comparing me to the sacred symbol of our faith. It is irrational. The sacred cog grinds all corruption to dust. From the dust I will build order. Step away from the reactor, and I might allow you to surrender. Surrender? The gall of it. You are all chained to the falsehood of a dead god's religion. Captives do not take captives. Time has all but run out. I can hear the fist of the future knocking on the door of the present. Quickly, choose quickly what you want to be when it walks in. A blind slave to what is gone, a faithful servant of what is to come, or a corpse. I would take some time to rest from the from you the details of the future that the cult prophesizes. Hopefully when we're done, what's left of you will still be able to be capable of coherent speech. What you'll be is a living torch blazing for his glory. Who are you? My name is known to you. I am Aurora, servant of the Urulon the Cruel, and the spark of the final dawn that is destined to set Rykad Minoris ablaze. A great path for one who was born into the Imperium's bondage, but shunned her predestination in favor of the changes promised by the edge of daybreak. Whose servant are you? Is Urlon a demon or just another heretic? Your flippancy is so amusing. Why, you have no inkling of the chasm that separates us. He is a prophet who foresaw our impending doom and who graciously bestowed upon us the right to choose a different path. He is a shard of ancient wisdom from a time before we were slaves to our bitter predestination. Rogue Trader, I can't wait to close this creature's mouth with the seal of death, or are you saving this glorious deed for yourself? The edge of daybreak, is that your unholy patron? Our teacher, our savior, our merciful God born in the Immaterium, out of the woes of those laboring under a legacy of ignorance and servitude. And he remembers you, the silly savior fantasy you have been acting out amuses the true masters of those people's fates. So what is this final dawn? It is all your followers ever talk about. Salvation from a death whose name is yet unknown, but whose approach is sensed by many. Soon it will claim every inhabitant of the Coronis expanse. Do you think anyone will come to our aid when the cataclysms shake our homes and planet-wide genocides are unleashed? Will the Emperor help, or the idol of iron that they call the Omnissiah? No, we will die alone and abandoned. Only one deity is promising salvation, the edge of daybreak. Mercy and salvation will come to all who believe in him and purify their souls in the light of the final dawn. What servitude are you talking about? What predestination? Everyone born in the Imperium has a predestination. The soldier, the commoner, the administratum official, the technomat, the void rat, all are consigned to believe, to serving the Golden Throne, and then dying a grim death for its glory. The Imperium never thinks twice about treating people as exploitable and expendable. After all, they are the most easily replenished of all resources. Even your path is predestined, Rogue Trader. You will inevitably perish on your quest to expand humanity's domain, and your end will be particularly grim and ghastly. The fruits of your efforts will be enjoyed by others, the eternal aristocrats who dwell on Mars, Terra, and other safe worlds. They insist that it is the natural order of things, but that is a lie. It is an order that benefits them. Why are you blinding people? Do you think they are blind? They see far more than you do. Through reflections and mirrors blessed by the energies of the Immaterium, the edge of daybreaks reveal to them visions of true existence and give them glimpses of what is to come. The eyes lie. Our erstwhile masters have taught them to see only what is consistent with the lies they tell. The gift we give is one of true sight. Guess what I see when I look at you? In that case, you should consider losing your eyes too, sister, 'cause your visions are all wrong. My whispers are telling me something completely different about who dies here and how. I won't spoil the surprise, so let's just say it will come to quite a shock to you. Your people wanted my head. Why? Brother Twilight, known to you as Coonrad, marked you as a target. Your foiling of his plans sealed your death warrant. It is now a predestined certainty that changes can no longer affect. Are you trying to blow up the reactor? I am lighting the spark of the final dawn. Sometimes the future revealed in the edge of daybreak's visions is fragmented between the facets of possibility, and the view is unclear. I have glimpsed the importance of this place for what is to come, and I have solved the puzzle. The flash of purity will transform this world and bring it closer to the immaterium, in which it will be reborn. False believers will perish in the fire, whilst the faithful will find their salvation and their new form in it. You will never tame the spirit of this ancient and noble machine, ignorant lay person. It does have a vile temper, but I have assistants who can help tame it. One of the servants of the Omnissiah casts a tortured glance at you, his voice trembling with horror. Blasphemous spirits have crawled under our skin and into our sacred iron. Take the motive force of our bodies. I implore you. We do not wish to offend the Omnissiah with the sacrileges our hands are committing. They resisted for a long time, but now their bodies and souls belong to the schismaticals. Line after line, the scrap code they produce will awaken the reactor's unyielding spirit as well, and it too will yearn for change and freedom. I will rid Rykad Minoris of your tyranny. Execute them in the name of the Edge of Daybreak. You cannot make out her blasphemous words, but the name the heretic keeps repeating, the Edge of Daybreak, digs into your hearing like a blade into defenseless flesh. Its sound is almost physically painful. It spawns strange and impossible phantoms in your mind. However, you manage to muster your strength and banish it from your mind.
Submit, and you'll die quickly.
Come to chaos.
The reactor explodes in 2 turns. That's not good. Okay, Abelard will go here.
Faith without deeds is worthless. God Emperor, move through me! Be the fire in my heart! I'll do it.
And then I'll load. Oh, but you're right there. That's a problem. Frick.
Chaos guides me. I serve the ruinous powers! Out of my way!
You shot his own guy. Other one, please. Thank you. What I'm hoping to do is do this. Yeah.
Can I fall back now? What an unfortunate turn of fate. Was it you? Or... On it!
Nothing I can't do.
Pascal will be my guy for his turn.
Already done. Suits my purposes.
I'm a member. The scriptural process function successfully terminated.
2 down. I'm gonna go over here to get ready to snipe on this side and help them out.
I need a foothold. Focus, Van Kellogg's. Focus. But of course, Lord Captain. I'm done with this one.
Advancing.
Death to the weak!
The Omniscient knows all, comprehends all. Combat is an equation. Your life is a negligible variable. Yet iron knows no pain.
At your beck and call. Indeed.
Yep, I can't reach anyone else, so I'll just take a hit.
Nothing.
I don't know if I'm supposed to be targeting the priests or what, but something's not good.
Death to non-believers!
Because I got another round and then everything explodes, which is not good at all.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone.